the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have the small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple to call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to, and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an actual keyboard and mouse and type everything out. And my favourite feature is public transport. With the optic, you can just walk straight onto the tube. It even acts as a passport. No longer do I have to dig around and try and find my old paper passport just to travel somewhere. Also, I thought that Optic's marketing strategy, making it free for people, was a stroke of genius.
Genius. Bloom was really calculated when it was doing that. It was pushing this draconian device on us at all. Sure, everybody flocked to it. There was free Wi-Fi and phone plans. That definitely helped, but it wasn't a case of this is a product that you need in your life. It's just the worst because you have to give up your privacy expectations. Watch yourself. Making it mandatory that only to get the last holdouts across the line. The free data issue, fines and arrests from the state for not having the optic will pretty much be enough.
I mean, what do you mean by privacy problem? No one really thinks about that.
They don't talk about it because we don't have any choice when it comes to the optic. Yes.
This is a place. Where's our informant?
Bad news from Hamish. His contact is running late. May as well make yourself comfortable.
I think you're taking a bit of a sneak peek there. It's not all that bad.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Bags, stop being a douchebag and let me drink.
The attack occurred just as Albion CEO Nigel was announcing a new security.
Turn up the telly, mate!
Our cameras captured video of the attack, which some viewers may find disturbing.
Without their tireless work, we couldn't have rolled out these checkpoints. Watch out! 43C. Engage contact right. Aim fire! Aim fire!
Liar! You fucking liar! You're going to kill us all! Government officials have yet to issue a statement, but Cass had this to say.
An attack on me and my men is one thing. We're trained to handle these monsters. But I will not abide civilian casualties. This city deserves peace. And I promise you, London, we carry on as we are, these attacks will continue. But we don't need to live like this. Scared to leave our homes. Criminals, terrorists like these, could be stopped before they even start. And I have a plan to do just that. Your police and politicians may have stopped fighting for you. But I will never stop. Thank you.
This is what I'm talking about. Cass ought to be in charge of things.
The hell he should. He's just another greedy bastard.
Nigel Cass is the only one who gives a fuck about this city.
Twat.
Oi, break it up. Keep it civil.
It even acts as a passport.
People are dicks.
Fucking hell. Tell me you lot met with my contact and he had nothing to do with this.
Your man never showed up, Hamish. But come on, this was a show. It has Cass written all over it.
It was way too convenient, man. Did you see the cinematography on that? It was wicked. Come on, let's go check out the site.
No, you don't get it, fam. Radu's been seriously unbalanced lately. Talking all sorts of rubbish about someone having to stop Cass, no matter the cost.
Timing's too pat. Cass announces this new security initiative and then he's attacked in public. No way.
Hope you're right. And it's not Radu gone off the deep end.
Due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have the small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple to call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to, and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an actual keyboard and mouse and type everything out. And my favourite feature is public transport. With the optic, you can just walk straight onto the tube. It even acts as a passport. No longer do I have to dig around and try and find my old paper passport just to travel somewhere. Also, I thought that Optic's marketing strategy, making it free for people, was a stroke of genius.
Genius. Bloom was really calculated when it was doing that. It was pushing this draconian device on us at all. Sure, everybody flocked to it. There was free Wi-Fi and phone plans. That definitely helped, but it wasn't a case of this is a product that you need in your life.
Why do you hate it so much?
It's just the worst because you had to give up your privacy expectations and accept surveillance. It was almost like the government and Bloom didn't even need to make the optic mandatory. Making it mandatory was only to get the last holdouts across the line. If free data didn't issue, fines were around from the state for not having the optic.
This is the site where Nigel Cass was attacked, but, surprise, surprise, his personal goon squad had already scrubbed the area for evidence.
Hey, if I just defrauded the public, I wouldn't want anyone sniffing around either. It's fishy as fuck.
Yes, if you search for clues, I may be able to reconstruct the attack in augmented reality.
Cool. Do you do any other tricks?
There is a CTOS data relay nearby. That will have the data I need.
Piss easy. I got this.
Let's clean up this fucking mess.
Fuck me!
Watch your back.
I'm putting a stop to this!
We must ask that you clear the area.
Stop right there! Ah! I got them! Shots fired! Shots fired! Ah!
We have updated our terrorism threat level to severe.
That should do it. Go back to the location of the incident to view the reconstruction.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
This does look like pro-terrorism, in the sense that it's both professional and in favour of terrorism.
So he had access to professional weaponry. Vava. Fancy that. I think it's time to have a poke around.
searching facial recognition databases, and here he is, Radu Florin, an Albion employee in good standing, until he tried to drive an exploding truck into his boss.
Radu? Oh, shit. Fam, that's the bloke put me onto Themis. My contact inside Albion.
So I guess this wasn't some 3D chess move by Cass. Someone was just actually trying to kill him.
What the fuck did he find to make him desperate enough to do this? Roll it, Bugs.
Look at that. Albion trucks have black boxes on the undercarriage, just like aeroplanes. I can track down the black box, which should lead us to the truck's current location.
Yeah, and run the plates.
Of course. I'll also monitor Albion communications and 1,000 other little things you would appreciate.
Looks like a disgruntled employee situation. Cass did something to seriously piss this guy off.
If even Albion's own employees are turning against Cass, that's definitely an angle we can play. But we'll need to get a good look at the truck first.
According to Albion radio chatter, they've moved the truck to the Tone bombing site. And here's something even stranger. They've moved Radu Florin's body along with it.
Wait, why would they put it there?
Albion has been coordinating recovery efforts at the site, which is rather vague.
It's a dumping ground, innit? For problems they like to see disappear. If we find the truck, we find Radu.
Yeah.
Welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have the small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple to call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to, and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at the computer.
I'm here at the Tone bombing site looking for the truck used in the Finsbury attack. And talking to myself, apparently.
That's right, but what we don't know is why they brought it here.
I think it's time to have a poke around. Am I the fucking coolest, or what?
This is the truck used in the Finsbury attack. I have a VIN and plate match. The dash cam is a shambles, but the local cameras picked up some audio. Worth a listen.
Oh, Jesus. He's pretty burnt up.
Happens when your truck explodes.
Fuck. I used to see him around R&D. Did you know him?
Hell no. But even if I did, I wouldn't fucking talk about it. Know what I mean?
I'm detecting several optics nearby with no life signs connected. That's where we should look for the driver's body.
On it. This isn't our attacker. It's King Tut. No way our guy would be this decomposed.
Yes, from the state of decay, I'd say this person died, right around the tone bombing. So that's one mystery solved.
Oh, hey, this could be it. Covered in burns, check. New corpse, check.
There's a lump of damaged metal in his noggin that might once have been an optic.
Yeah, but that's fuck all to you, right?
I'm pulling everything down from his cloud storage now. I recommend escaping from the premises.
So Albion's using this spot to dump all the corpses they're not using?
If you consider that new bodies are constantly being unearthed from the Tone wreckage, they can kill anyone they want and get away with it. I've decrypted an audio file recovered from the attacker's body. Shall I play it?
Bags, you're up.
He's launched them up. They're waiting up there and no one knows. People think he'll keep them safe, but that's not what he wants. He wants control. He sent them up there to watch us. And worse, he called them Justice Themis drones. What a cruel joke. The project was dead, but he has the team re-engineering an upgrade that'll activate a systemic reboot, and you always hated it when I used my big up words. I can't let it happen. And without him, it doesn't. Mom, I'm about to do something. Something awful. Or at least people will say it's awful. If they know what I know, maybe they'd think better of me. Less of a monster. But I'm trying to stop a monster, Mom. I am. If you had the chance to stop something terrible from happening by killing someone, wouldn't you do it? Something truly horrible. I'm sorry. I love you.
Alright, hold the fuck up. We've had Themis drones up in space with, like, Pluto and shit this whole time. And they're just waiting for an upgrade to turn into little space assassins.
Might take months, but Cass could get the project back on its legs. Unless we destroy the drones themselves. Bugs boy, the Themis data we wiped at Titus. Any chance you remember enough to retro-engineer a more suitable upgrade?
I'll do you one better. I can code a virus from the data itself.
Baggy, unrelated, but if you ever do turn bad, I will pledge my life to your service. Oh, great and terrible robot god. But back on topic, why did you save a copy of the transparently evil plan?
I asked him to. No sense in just flushing data. Never know what might come in handy or what you might learn. So, how do we use it to infect the drones?
Albion's got a primary communications hub at Tower Bridge. Upload the virus there, fam, and all the drones get a dose.
Let's rock.
Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something to cling to. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology apparently is here to stay. There's no way around that now. Much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution and get it less wrong this time. But new tech. Is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all, 4,000 new jobs, thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work in the tech sector, but I can only assume that this tech investment has created 4,000 jobs that will immediately be taken by robots.
Even if they're not, there'll be jobs that no one in their right, sane mind would actually want to do, but that's the price of progress, I guess. And we have to embrace the way technology is taking over everything, because maybe this is a ray of hope for us in this darkened universe, that technology will in fact render us all obsolete, and we won't need humans at all, because look at the bad things that are happening now. What is the common denominator behind all of them?
I don't know, Andy, tell me.
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involved human beings. They're always involved whenever anything goes wrong from the very dawn of time. And think of this, an automated Nigel Cass, surely a step up on the human Nigel Cass. You could even program it to have a tiny, tiny sliver of conscience.
This is Albion's primary communications hub, but there's more security here than there is around the Royal Meth stash. You should start by destroying their encryptors. If your hacking skills are up to snuff, dominating a combat drone or two could help.
Right, okay. One down. What's next?
That's it for the encryptors. You can now upload the virus using the central antenna.
Copy that. Here we go.
I'm reading incoming drones.
Demis drones.
No. These aren't the algorithmically driven assassin drones. They're just the normal drones. Also, Billy, I know it's big and intimidating as antennas go, but you have to stay close to it for the virus upload to work. payload's about half done.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Security breach. Drone reinforcements en route.
Fireworks!
That's it for Themis, fam. No coming back from this.
Yes, the lights are lovely. I suggest you leave before someone gets the bright idea to turn yours off. Cass's plan to use drones driven by some social algorithm to dispense justice has backfired. Do you think he's actually read any of those Greek myths he's named his drones after?
What's to stop the next plan, and the one after that? Cass is the real problem here. We have to figure out a way to stop him.
Yeah, and that's not even mentioning his drone army, his regular army, or the fact that this idiot city is full of idiots who support him. If we go after Cass head-on, we'll look like terrorists, which is exactly what he's been calling us.
So we take the people's support away, fam? Bags and me have some thoughts on what we gotta do. You lot better come in for a briefing.
Albion confirms that the explosions seen in the skies over London were indeed an Albion drone project that was sabotaged by the DedSec insurgency. In an exclusive interview with GBB Radio 1, Albion founder and CEO Nigel Cass had this to say.
Truth is, the supposed freedom fighters of DedSec have made London less free. That drone project was meant to replace Albion boots on the ground, let the city get back to normal, but now I can't in good conscience stand my people down. That's not how I lead.
Cass went on to implore listeners to treat any suspected DedSec operatives as terrorists and to immediately report them to Albion.
That lying fuck! He was about to kill everyone who'd even think about standing up to him. And now he says he's a victim.
And it's working. Sorry, that was too cheerful. Sadly, it's working. Too sad?
It's what he does. Scares the shit out of people, then swoops in and plays the hero. We've got to show them what he really is.
So that's his weakness, his image. If we shatter that, he falls apart.
Actually, we've been thinking about that. Bagley, on screen.
This is Claire Waters, political dissident and podcaster, reported missing after teasing a salacious upcoming episode. Sadly, it never aired, so all we have is this.
On the next episode of Buccaneer Radio, I'm chatting with someone from deep inside Nigel Cass's inner circle. He's promised me something that will expose Cass as the tyrant I know he is. This is gonna blow the roof right off White Tower. See you next week, pirates.
Nigel would have spun that interview if it was spinnable. If he went after Waters for it, that tape's a smoking gun.
We've got to have it.
Claire was known to broadcast out of Freight 1. You should begin searching there. Claire Waters appears to be an equal opportunity muckslinger. Albion is her target of choice, but she's railed against tech genius Sky Larson, SIRS, and Plan Kelley. Opinionated, isn't she?
Yeah, well, imagine the shit she could disturb with DedSec on her side. We should find her, have a chat.
She's been digging in Cass's shit for a while. If what she has isn't enough to squeeze his bollocks in a vice, then maybe she'll join you lot and help find something.
Yeah.
If I put optics on my job, can I try it?
To the back.
Nibbling away
Auto drive now enabled.
of a once free Britain. Hello, Resistors. This is The Bug, and on today's show, Alice and I will be looking at the big questions, such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put Optic on my dog, can I train it to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home? And is tennis real? But first... Actually, I mean, it's a question that no one's really addressed of late. London is going to be safer than ever, Alice. SIRS is installing thousands of additional CCTV cameras. So nice there. Still looking out for us after all these years.
Yeah, it puts a lot of fun into my life now. I get to play this role-play game where I pretend to know my loved ones better than some twat behind a screen in the SIRS headquarters.
Auto drive now disabled.
I mean, SIRS really just...
Claire used to broadcast from somewhere around here. That's all I've got, I'm afraid. Bloody analog technology.
For someone with fuckloads of enemies, she's way too easy to find. Or maybe we're just too smart. We should hurry. Fucking hell, someone's killed her. This is bullshit. Why does it feel like the bad guys are always winning?
I'd love to listen to you moan all day, but perhaps investigating her murder would be a better use of our time.
I know. It's just shitty. Obviously, we're going to find out who did this. We need to know whose stupid face is to fuck up. Bags, what do you think of this graffiti? Bit flashy, yeah?
Claire did release several podcasts critical of Clan Kelley, which you'd think they'd be used to by now. They're a criminal gang. They shouldn't expect flowers and thank you notes.
I don't know. Clan Kelley are murderous goons, not bragging idiots. Yelling we did a crime isn't really their style. Hey, Footprints? Do that CSI shit on them, Bagsy?
Several individuals. Boots rather than shoes. One with a tread unique to a certain paramilitary supplier. I think it's from their autumn collection.
I wonder who they supply. Albion. Nice. Those arseholes didn't get her tablet. Might be a lucky day. Can you scan it, Bagsy boy?
Tablet unlocked. Claire seems to have logged conversations on it.
Okay, you've agreed to speak on the record. You are an intelligence technician at Albion and work closely with Nigel Cass, correct, Mr...?
Just you. I can't believe I'm doing this. If they were to find out.
I know. Only have to step outside to see how Albion treats people. What do you have for us?
Proof that Nigel Cass was complicit in the bombings.
What? But that's... Here, transfer it to this secure storage drive. How solid is this information?
It's a recording of him talking to some...
Security, drop your weapons!
You can't do this!
Gather all her equipment and get it to the carousel. Do. Tag that wall. Then get rid of this body. She can stay here. Gang vengeance is an horrible crime, ain't it?
Fuck me. Cass sent a squad of his goons for Claire and that other bloke. That recording's gotta be the real deal. Bastard knew about the bombings.
Albion must have Claire's equipment then, along with the audio file evidence.
This has got to be the dirt we need to nail, Cass. And not just for Claire and what's her name, but for the other guy from earlier and the old guy from a while ago. Look, bad names, but you get the idea. The Albion dickhead mentioned Carousel. Must mean Carousel Plaza, right?
Sounds like as good a place as any to start looking.
Sure, okay.
All clear. On your way now? I don't.
The Buccaneer, this is the bug. Hello, resistors, it's bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is the bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of a once free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends of mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract and have also boasted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, for me, I thought having a
The stolen evidence is here somewhere. Watch out, Albion security is thicker than whoever cleaned up that crime scene. There's also a lot of them around.
Yeah, I saw these guys did at Freight 1. I'm gonna on the side of not letting them see me.
Yes, well, let's focus on finding Claire's equipment, shall we?
Welcome back to the upload. Today we're talking about cryptocurrency. Crypto now seems like it's been around forever, but it's really quite a new invention. Were you an early adopter?
I was one of those.
Protest rallies are not will result in forceful intervention.
Who's that, tosser?
Cease and desist, or you will be restrained. Awaiting an active investigating disturbance. Surrender yourself. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures. Halt! Cease and desist, or you will be restrained.
Subject to search by Albion personnel.
You hear that? Are you all... You are this.
Persons on the premises all times carry valid identification and be prepared to visit Albion.
That was Albion's automated propaganda hub you've thrown a spanner into. Ostensibly for broadcasting safety notifications to nearby optics, really all it does is... It did.
Wait. Gun.
You found Claire's equipment, including her secure storage drive, which shockingly appears not to have been tampered with, so the audio evidence is probably still intact.
Come in, dispatch. Drones are en route to suspect.
I thought we warned you about trespassing, yeah?
That's right. Didn't learn your lesson, huh?
Please, I was just taking a picture of the exterior for...
Oh, did you hear that, mate? He was taking a picture.
A bloody picture!
Now listen here, you knob. This is going to be our final warning to you. If we ever see you coming around here again, the police are going to have to put out a missing persons report. And I think you know how effective they are these days, yeah?
I understand.
Well, I know you're listening. Let's talk.
We told you the Prime Minister would turn you down.
Brits love to see private military contractors on foreign streets, but not their own.
He's a fool! This whole city, this whole country's collapsing. The military's held together with duct tape. Police are running scared.
Someone has to save the people, Nigel. Someone strong.
They do. And I've already worked it out. The ideal targets are the Towan Conference, Parliament, and King's College Hospital. I'll provide overseas tac teams for logistics, but you can source the bombs yourself. Non-negotiable. It cannot trace back to me.
You're forgetting something.
And I'll get you access to filament, as agreed. Now go away.
Now scarper or they'll kill you for sure. Has a voice that makes you want to snap his smug bollocks in a pencil case, doesn't he? And Zero Day knew just which strings to pull to get what they wanted, didn't they? Filament.
And Cass was willing to trade it for the keys to the city. Fuck. Don't know, fam. I think I always thought there was a chance for him to... Fuck!
To be the man you thought he was. Sorry, Hamish. If that man ever existed, he's gone now. We have to get this information out there, to the people.
You're right. When you lot get the chance, come to Piccadilly Circus. Been working with Bags on something. And this proof is just the token we needed.
Crime has plummeted to a record low. Now,
London, you've been lied to. Nigel Cass and his Albion peacekeepers intend to permanently control this city.
The ideal targets are the Towan Conference, Parliament, and King's College Hospital. I'll provide overseas tac teams for logistics, but you can source the bombs yourself. Non-negotiable. It cannot trace back to me.
Nigel Cass collaborated with a terrorist to bomb this city. Then, he set up an orbital drone program called Themis that will target you based on your stolen data.
I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis.
I've given you the truth. Do as you will. Actually, fuck that. Resist.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Hamish!
Haha.
Not gonna lie, thought you'd be prettier in person.
Yeah, well, can't lock myself away from the world forever. Got a lot to make up for, don't I? Besides, you sorry lot need all the help you can get. Check it.
Fucking wankers!
Didn't expect them to just bury their heads, did you?
Sent that to every news outlet I could think of. They're gonna have it on a loop for a while. And when the people tweak to what it means, Cass is done.
He'll be removed, prosecuted for high treason. They'll have no choice. We've done it. Congratulations, team.
Please tell me we get a little time off now. My streaming queue has been taunting me for weeks.
There is still the matter of Zero Day. You know, the rogue hacker group that conspired with Cass and Mary Kelley to blow up London.
Jesus, Bagley, all work and no play. Give the squad a second or two to bask in our victory. Safe to say it won't last long.
I doubt this is the reaction you were expecting, but Nigel Cass is in the news again.
The government has convened to review its contract with Albion. Nigel Cass himself has responded to requests that he should surrender to the authorities in a heated call with the GBB.
Just shut up and listen to me. I will not be removed by the government or anyone else. I will die first. And many will die with me. They're calling for blood. They'll have it. This city belongs to me. I am its shepherd, and I will slaughter my flock before I relinquish it.
Cass has barricaded himself in his White Tower headquarters and threatened to kill anyone that tries to stop him. He is heavily armed and considered extremely dangerous.
Shit. He's gone off the deep end. He's liable to take it to the streets in his state.
We have no choice. We have to get to White Tower and stop him.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations went. Probably like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get this signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, a record low, although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, their chosen violent crime contractors, who provide such a very valuable bargain service of beating people up, well, it's probably not quite as low as the figures suggest.
I don't know. I think they're probably right. Who has the opportunity to commit violent crime these days anyway? The moment you pick up a fruit knife, you get tasered by a robot policeman and deported for looking Bulgarian. It's a much more peaceful society. It's just much less of a society.
I want to know the details of the contracts. Alice, I mean, are they paid per dissident duffed up? Is it a set rate for each extrajudicial state mugging? And what is that rate? What do you think?
Well, they certainly look like they're trying to hit a quota of some kind.
Well, what is the set rate? Is it 99.95 cryptos bargain? Seems very reasonable. I imagine they don't ask too much anyway, Albion, because it's just so nice to get paid for doing your hobby anyway, isn't it? I imagine it doesn't even feel like work.
I mean, who needs violent crime anymore anyway? You know, you can just starve to death without even starting a gang war.
We do have to ask exactly what does the Prime Minister make of all this. Let's ask him. Hello, you're through to number 10 Downing Street. Hello, is the Prime Minister there, please? Let me just check. Sorry, you've missed him. I'm afraid he's popped out for the decade. Oh, never mind. Is there anyone else I can talk to? Yes, of course. There's a shady cabal of vested interested in Parliament popping up in power. Right, I'll have a chat with them.
Mate, Nigel's got a private bunker under this place where he liked to tweak his toys. I'll bet he's barricaded himself down here. Won't be anyone but the true believers around the compound.
Oh, right. Great. So we still have a mercenary warlord to deal with.
Luckily, his reinforcements are limited to whoever's faffing about nearby.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract and have also boasted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low.
Are you supposed to be good at this?
This way.
The enemy is among us. Be on your guard. Allow no one to pass unchecked. We cannot let anyone stop us from protecting.
It certainly won't be in his lifetime if I have anything to say about it.
All quiet here at the moment.
That's what you want to come up against? You
Want to test my resolve? Well then, come
Why
try.
are you doing this?
Drones deployed to arrest the suspect.
Seems that manky little nerd was the one who kept diverting relief supplies away from the borough to keep everyone in line for Albion. These days, you can do a lot more evil with a spreadsheet than a drone fleet.
Brilliant.
Show yourself! Stop! Get down!
That takes care of security. You can now access the elevator to the bunker.
Listen here. I'm going to tell you something, and it's between you and me. Completely off the record, yeah? The whole thing's quite disturbing to me. They've got good reason to close off parts of the building, but at the end of the day, it's a load of bollocks. This place is a treasured part of London's history, of its culture. Great, powerful men have ruled over this fortress. The citizens of London have an obligation to it. You can't keep people out. They must visit it, breathe in its very essence, so that they too can become great. But again, this is all between you and me, mate. Carry on now.
So you've come to end it, have you, DedSec? But haven't you figured it out yet? What our mutual acquaintance 0 Days set in motion? My inevitable reign and your downfall. This is how it will always end. The natural order of people like me and people like you. I am the law. Come down. Let me show you.
EMP stations. Cat has called in reinforcements. What a surprise.
You've ruined my plans, DedSec.
to power up the EMP stations to get through that armor. Complete the network bypass. Weak points revealed. EMP work. Fire away. EMP station is depleted. Power up the next one with a network bypass.
More forces incoming. Check your tail.
What you see is the future, the evolution of security. You will not stand in my way.
Get the EMP stations back online or you have no chance. Finish the network bypass.
With that armor, you need to power up an EMP station by completing the network bypass. Am I talking to myself? You need to power up the EMP stations to get through that armor. Complete the network bypass. The EMP weakened the drone's armor. Attack.
I'm ready to fire.
The drone's shielding is back online. Power up another EMP station.
Heads up. He's called in reinforcements.
To deal with that armor, you need to power up an EMP station by completing the network bypass. Am I talking to myself?
Bagley. Complete the network bypass to power up the EMP stations.
Chance to do some damage. Don't waste time.
Let's get this over with.
Let's finish it.
I will make London great again.
I'm impressed. Think your little resistance is ready to be London's protectors?
Kinda seems like we'll be a lot better than you.
Oh, it's a thankless burden. And the people will hate you for it in the end. Even when it's for their own bloody good.
Be endured. I think people can decide what's good for them.
There it is. DedSec's fatal flaw. Your faith in people. You recruit all types, don't you, straight off the streets. Well, I used to have faith in people, too. I got a good man killed once.
Well, that strikes Nigel Cass off the list. Shame. I think he would have made a smashing 0 day.
We have plenty of work still to do. Cass may be gone, but Albion won't disappear that easily. Expect the powers that be to find fresh excuses to keep them on the streets. That said, I think we've earned ourselves a bit of a rest. From 0 day as well.